All my life I thought cockroaches were my worst nightmare, until I encountered азიური фарόσаνα. This is not my home, thankfully. You can expect to see cockroaches when the place is filthy and generally in the kitchen, but აზიური фарόσаνα can spawn anywhere, on your clean laundry outside, on the ceiling, and even in your sock. Yeah, you heard me. More on that later. It would be disastrous enough if these things only crawled, but they can also fly. They also seem surprisingly resistant to freezing temperatures, since I distinctly remember seeing at least one coming through my window in the winter. Well, maybe it migrated from my neighbors. Killing these monsters is no easy task. When you hit them, what do? They flip and teleport! You keep looking and looking for them, and you cannot find them. Where did they go? At some point, you start believing that maybe there was no stink bug in your apartment after all. But then you see them again in a completely random spot. You hit them, and they teleport again. That can happen a lot if you're hunting them with a piece of paper or a light slipper. To minimize teleporting and crush their armor with one blow, you need a different kind of weapon. I found that აზიური фарόσаνα are particularly vulnerable to a well-aimed Birkenstock strike. But let me tell you something that happened to me the other day. The other day, my laundry outside decided to host a stink bug party without running it by me first. Well, that's a problem. Two of the disgusting creatures wanted to try on my board shorts, but failed and fell asleep inside them. These აზიური фарόσаνα made a grave mistake. So I couldn't shake them off, so I had to bring these shorts in and deal with them inside my apartment. I gave the filthy creatures a taste of my fake Birkenstocks, and in return, they gave me a taste of their death fluids. So naturally, I thought that was it. But to my horror, I had 4 more instances of the damn bugs either chilling on top of a piece of clothing or hiding inside it. Before bringing the clothes in, I carefully inspected each garment, turned it inside out, and shook it out thoroughly. And after all that, one bastard slipped its way into my home. Later that day, as I was about to put on a sock, one of these monsters flew out of the sock, punched me in the stomach, and dropped to the floor. Presumably dead, but I had to kill it for it anyway. My trauma was so deep that I had to sell all my possessions, including the fake Birkenstocks, to afford one session with a top therapist specializing in insectophobias. But unfortunately, a swarm of mosquitoes ate her whole and she couldn't make it to our appointment, because she had to be at her funeral. But you know what's worse? There are no refunds, so I had to buy the fake Birkenstocks back, because I cannot survive without them in this apartment. So how do you deal with these beasts? Do they bother you at all? Let me know.